Welcome back to the freaking Jeep Garage. I want to thank you for stopping by. It's Memorial Weekend, so I want to thank all of our service people out there for what they are doing or have done. We are going to get started today on something other than a Jeep again. It's getting to be that time of year. We got to start mowing lawn up, at least here in the upper Midwest. Our grass has finally turned green from the winter brownness. I have a regular, push mower that I've been using for quite a few years, but I've got these rear engine John Deere 68 riders. One of them you may recognize from a previous video from a couple years ago. Pops was using that one until we upgraded him to the Hot Rod RX75, I believe it was. I don't know, I'd have to look back. I have two of them here. The one that Pops used to use is it's at the end of its life. The mower deck is paper thin. But the other one here is actually in fairly good condition, but I've never actually had it running. So we are going to dig into that and see if we can get that running, or if we take the motor off the other one, or we start swapping parts. We're going to just take the two mowers, take the best parts off the two mowers and make one so we can use that at home. I think the monkey mechanic wants to run around the yard mowing lawn with one of these. So we're going to get some tools out and dig into this. First off, let's take a look at what we've got here. This one here, I believe that's a kit for standing it up, unless that's a rear bagger option of some sort. I don't know. I'll probably take it off. This one has got a couple of flat tires on it, but the mower deck has been painted a couple of times, but it's in pretty good shape. The seat needs replaced. I got one from a previous lawn tractor over there with a cover that we're probably going to put on. Here is the other one. This is the one Pops used to use. You can see this one a little rougher shape. Somebody modified it by putting some cooling in it. This one's quite a bit more beat up. This one here, if we look closely here, yeah, you can see the floor through the mower deck. And the front of it's all dented up, and, well, the transmission doesn't shift very well either. So I think this is going to be the parts unit, but this one has tires that hold air, at least a couple of tires. We may have to get some tubes for the front ones, but I think we're going to dig into this one. We'll get that seat off. We're going to take that hood off of there and get the gas tank cleaned out.
Sounds great.
Okay, I pulled the mower deck out. Well, we want to go through that anyway and clean it up, make sure everything is as it should be on there. Just pulled a couple of cotter pins out and disconnect it and let it drop down. I had to take the belt guard off, but pretty simple. Now we have a pretty bare bones unit here. We can take a look at the drive belt. May have put a new drive belt on right away. First, we got to get this engine, see if we can get this engine to run somehow. Oh, that's going to be a problem. See if it even turns. Oh, it doesn't even turn. We may be pulling the engine off the other one. Okay, a little different angle. I'm trying to get this blower housing off. I don't know how many nests are in there from mice or whatnot, moles, I don't know. I don't know who decides to try to make homes in an engine, but they do it. But we gotta get this cover off so I can get to the engine and try to get a flywheel here. Yes, I gotta take this starter housing off too. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a mouse nest in there and a half-eaten coil. Spark plug wire. Pull start here is all busted up, so that's not going to work. That coil ain't going to work either. Right down to the wire. Fins are all full. I think this is going to be a candidate for a swap, so I think we're going to turn the camera off here for a few minutes, and I'm going to dig in and try to figure out what we got to get out of the way to get in here, pull this engine out. So I've got the second mower on the rack. The first one, I got the engine off. After looking at the engine a little closer, it doesn't have any compression, so there's obviously something internally worn or broken or something at fault. So we just pulled it off. I'm going to pull the engine out of this one. I know this one ran. It was running last summer. So we're going to take this engine, we'll put on the other frame because the other frame is just in a little better shape. And like I said, we'll use the best parts from both of them on the other one to make it work. So let's get into getting this engine off. Getting ready to pull this engine here. I've got it disconnected. Got the belts off down below. Just the 4 bolts here. I didn't even take the pulleys off. There's a hole in the bottom here. Big enough the pulley should slide through. Getting quite a pile of bolts on the toolbox here. Ooh, I left this carburetor on for reasons. Oh, I can get that from below. Trying to hit this blindly here. I feel. There we go. There we are. 2 bolts left here. I also drained the oil out of these. I'm going to change the oil in this thing. That one is stuck. There we go. Now we can pull this engine off of this one, and we're going to pull the tins off of it and clean the mouse nest out of it, because otherwise it won't cool. There we are, just that simple. We'll take this over to the workbench after I clean a spot, and we'll just roll this one outside for now, get it out of the way. I gotta get the gas tank off here yet. Here at the bench, we're going to take these tins off of here, clean them out. Look at all this crud. Feels like a 5/16 on the bottom there. Grabbed a 5/16 and a 3/8. Just theoretically, we can stand this thing up like this. Look at all that crud in there. We'll put that stuff right in the garbage can. Okay, we're about ready now to drop this engine back in. Drop it into this chassis. Lifted this thing up so I can get underneath it, put these bolts in. All right, we are okay. Ready to put this on, blower housing on now. Bolts somewhere around here for this. You guys remember what size those were? I think this was one of them. No. I think this one is one of them. If it's in there. And this goes up front here somewhere. I need one more of those. I've got the top cover plate put back on. The muffler is bolted back in. Hooked up the kill switch here. So that should be all set. I put the starter on this side. Now we're about ready to, I don't know, put some wheels back on. We'll have to hook up the gas line here on the carburetor. See if we can get some gas, see if this thing will start. Now you'll notice that it is looking a little bit more blingy. I've got the air cleaner put on. I got this little shroud that goes over the top. Some air ducting put on. Now I'm getting ready to put the wheels on. Well, the other wheel on. Kind of a funky setup using carriage bolts like this, but well, I guess it worked good. It's pretty simple to replace the bolts if you snap them off, I suppose. I think we are about ready to put the seat and hood back on. Let's see. I'd like to put some fuel in here, try to get it started, but I think we'll put new seat on and get that thing mounted back on. It's all back together. It actually started. I had to do a little playing around. Apparently the neutral switch on this transmission is faulty. I turned the key and it wouldn't do anything, and I had to poke around with my meter. I found the problem. Right now I've got it bypassed with a jumper wire, but it starts right up. Now we can go ahead and put the mower deck back on, and we'll see if everything works. So I've got the mower deck on it, and well, let me back up here. I was showing you guys what we were doing. I was busy talking away. I never even noticed the light on the microphone receiver was blinking. When it's blinking, that means my microphone disconnected. Well, apparently it went dead. So there's all kinds of footage where you could see my mouth moving, but nothing happening. I'm sorry. I do have it back together. I've got the seat is back on. The hood, or the heat shroud hood, is on the motor. I hit the key, it starts right up. Well, the battery is kind of bad. When I put jump pack on, it literally starts right up. I can pull start this one pretty easily, and it fires right up. I've got the mower deck back on it. I even sharpened and balanced the blades a little bit. So I think it's ready to go. I think I'm going to load it up and I'm going to head for home. So I'm going to wrap this up. Remember, build it bigger, better, faster, but just build it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.